morning, guys and goddesses. It's your brother, your host, your friend, Joe the Chef God Lounge Podcast. Another Chrysler Chronicles. Yeah, you see the laundry in the back. Daddy shit. Excuse my language. Daddy moves. I want to say Resurrection the series. In this moment in time, January 2nd, 2025, I'm resurrecting my relationship. Let's be clear. Y'all have never seen me, never nor will you ever see me speak ill will or negative about the mother of my children, because no matter what she's not, she's everything to me. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of love I want too, because I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I wake up every day trying to give you everything I can. Some days I ain't got it, so I can't give much. I still want to be loved, and I still want you to love me later. Love me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But that aside, resurrection. Me and Alana Guyans are gonna resurrect our family. Now, mind you, there's other dudes she could be with. There's other women I could be with. That's cool. But I don't want to be with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want another woman to have to learn my kids and learn me while learning herself. I don't want another woman to have to lay down beside me every night, wake up every morning beside me like I've been telling her this whole time. I chose you. And I'm going to choose you until it no longer feels like I'm supposed to. I kept telling her, if you sure, be sure and move on. And eventually, my mind will register that it's time. Now, mind you, I ain't going to hold you up. I ain't going to hinder you, and I ain't going to hold you hostage. But I'm going to make it clear to you where I stand and what I want. On them days where you fight me as hard as you can, I'm still going to hold to it. You ain't going nowhere. You gone, but you ain't gone. You coming home. Resurrection, the series. There's been a lot of fires. And just because the fires are out, don't mean the storm is over. A lot of us, it's a song, Kirk Franklin, I believe, Blessing in the Storm, and I love that song, but a lot of us get caught up in the blessing in the storm. Like, you supposed to feel comfortable in the storm. You supposed to feel secure in the storm. Nah, the storm gonna get stormy, and it's gonna be rocky. It's gonna be rough. The blessing in the storm is knowing that on the other side of this, it's gonna be something better. On the other side of this is gonna be something greater for me. I'm going through this for a reason. That's the blessing in the storm. Not happy days in the midst of sad days. That ain't guaranteed. And when they come, appreciate them and hold them dearly, but that ain't guaranteed. Some storms get real bad and do a lot of damage. And after the storm passes, you got to do a lot of healing. You got to do a lot of fixing, a lot of growing, a lot of changing, a lot of conversating to the ones involved in yourself. The blessing in the storm, man. Yeah, that's real. But with that being said, we gotta understand our issues. We gotta understand what led us to the dirt, what led us to the ground. To understand how not to rise and repeat. Resurrection. We gotta understand that at the end of the day, man, where you landed in transition is the beginning of where you're going. And in this moment, I'm understanding clearly, like, yeah, I can move on. Hell, I done did so much let so much go, rearranged so much, spent so much money, took so many losses that I could easily say, boy, you paid your dues, let it ride and move on. I would never go into another relationship in this stage of my life connected to somebody from the past. The past is only the past when you past it. You understand me? Like, I don't see being past my wife. I don't see being past my family. I don't see going to the next level in my career, in my finances, in my mental, in my business, in life with someone different. I see going into that with the mother of my children. New year, renewed me. Resurrection the series. And Resurrection the series is just happened to tie into In Order to Love Me, because now that I know and my wife know, like, baby, we finna do this right. Like, and when we get home, you ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. We locked in. On the worst day, we locked in. Resurrecting yourself from the ground is understanding, like, I see the past. I ain't blind to it. I'm waking up from this, so I see the errors. I see the good. I see the hurt that I feel when I was with you, but the hurt that's greater when I'm not with you. Like, I see the hurt from my childhood, but I see the growth from my adulthood. Like, resurrecting wherever you landed after your transition is now where you take off from. So take off, God. We gotta understand, like, life ain't guaranteed. Life ain't guaranteed, man. It's precious and it's quick to pass. So we gotta understand exactly what holds weight here. What exactly what grounds us. Alana Hardy, soon to be Gaines, my wife, my queen, the mother of my children, all four of my children. I love you. And it's time to come home, and when you get home, we're gonna get right. No more playing childish games, no more. We resurrecting to something bigger. Y'all out here chasing something. Know what you chasing, but know what you walking away from. Because in order for me to go there, I gotta leave here. What are you chasing? I ain't chasing nothing. I'm out here taking what's mine. You understand? That's with my career. That's with my being a father. That's with me. People be like, how you got custody of your oldest two kids, man? Listen to me. I fought for my kids from the day they were born. And when I seen that I had to fight for them physically and get them, I did that too. Quickly. Very quickly. And my wife stepped up and became a mother to them. My oldest child, my daughter Gray, she 9 years old. Me and my wife been together for 4 years. About to hit 5. So for half of my daughter's life, my wife been the one mothering her, loving her, nurturing her. Daddy too as well, clearly. My son, my oldest boy, he's 6. He was 2